Let me ask you something. You've been saving money, putting it in your bank account every month, playing it safe. And you probably feel good about that, like you're doing the right thing. But here's what nobody told you. While your money sits in that savings account, something is quietly eating it alive. Not a scam, not a thief, not a bad investment, just time and a force called inflation. Inflation is the slow, invisible tax on every dollar you save but don't invest. Most people have never heard it described that way, but that's exactly what it is. A tax you never voted for, never agreed to, and most people never even notice. Here's how it works. Every year, the cost of things goes up. Groceries, rent, gas, healthcare, everything. On average, prices in the United States have risen about 3% every single year over the last century. That might sound small. 3%, no big deal. But here's what 3% actually does to your money over time. If you put $100 in a savings account today and leave it there for 20 years, that $100 will only buy you about $55 worth of stuff in today's terms. You didn't lose the money. The number in your account stayed the same or maybe even grew a little. But the purchasing power, the actual real-world value of that money, got cut nearly in half. This is what economists call the inflation trap. You think you're being responsible. You think saving equals security. But saving in cash alone is like running on a treadmill. You're moving, but you're not going anywhere. And here's the part that really stings. The average traditional savings account in America pays about 0.4% in interest per year. Inflation runs at about 3% per year. That means every single year, in real terms, your savings account is losing approximately 2.6% of its value. Not gaining, losing, every single year. Let that sink in. You are being charged a silent tax of nearly 3% annually just for holding cash. Now, here's the part wealthy people understand that most people don't. The only way to beat inflation is to make your money grow faster than inflation erodes it. And the only reliable way to do that over time is to invest. Not gamble, not get lucky, not pick hot stocks. Just invest consistently in broad, low-cost index funds that track the overall market. Over the last 100 years, the U.S. stock market has returned an average of about 10% per year before inflation. After inflation, still around 7%. That means invested money roughly doubles in real value every 10 years. Money sitting in a savings account loses about half its real value in 20 years. Same time period, completely opposite outcomes. This is why the wealthy keep very little cash and put most of their money to work. Not because they're greedy, not because they're reckless, because they understand that doing nothing with money is actually a decision, a very expensive one. Now let me be clear about something important. Savings accounts are not the enemy. You still need your emergency fund in a savings account. That money needs to be safe, accessible, and stable. But beyond your emergency fund, every dollar sitting idle in cash is silently losing a fight you don't even know it's in. So here's what to do about it. 3 steps. Step 1. Open a high-yield savings account for your emergency fund if you haven't already. Look for accounts paying at least 4 to 5% right now. That won't beat inflation forever, but it reduces the damage significantly on your safety net. Step 2. Calculate what you have sitting in cash beyond your emergency fund. That surplus cash is your inflation problem. It's not safe, it's shrinking, and it needs a job. Step 3. Move that surplus into a low-cost index fund. A simple S&P 500 index fund or a total market fund will do. You don't need to time the market. You don't need to pick stocks. You just need to start. The market will go up. The market will go down. But over every 20-year period in American stock market history, it has always ended higher than it started. Always. Staying in cash guarantees you lose slowly. Investing gives you the chance to win over time. That's not a gamble, that's math. If this video changed how you see your savings, I want you to download the free inflation impact calculator we put together. It shows you exactly how much of your current cash savings are losing to inflation every year based on your actual balance. The link is in the description. And if you want to keep going, the next video you should watch is called "The Reason You'll Never Feel Rich No Matter How Much You Earn." It covers the psychological trap that keeps people spending up to their income no matter how much it grows. I'll see you there.